Hello to you all and welcome to Business Africa. I'm Amelga. Coming up, Somalia recorded a budgetary surplus of $3.8 million in 2017. South Africa has the highest economic crime rate in the world, according to the latest report by PricewaterhouseCoopers. And then Nigeria will now produce 200,000 extra barrels of oil per day within a few months. Despite multiple ills such as the jihadist attack and severe drought in 2017, Somalia has managed to maintain a trade balance. In September last year, the country recorded a budgetary surplus of $3.8 million compared to the $1.8 million in December 2016, according to the latest International Monetary Fund report. Details in this report by Chancellor Nyingi and Ignacio Sano.
The International Monetary Fund IMF says Somalia has managed to balance its trade balance and achieved a budgetary surplus of $3.8 million in 2017. In its latest report on the Somali economy, the IMF welcomed the country's economic policy, which had achieved significant results. Despite a severe drought and sporadic terrorist attacks, the East African nation avoided a significant economic slowdown in 2017 with support from national and international community. The IMF said the authorities' commitment to the staff monitored program is strong and they are implementing difficult reform measures. GDP growth is projected to have remained subdued at 1.8% in 2017, down from 2.2% in 2016. Driven by higher food prices, year-on-year inflation increased to 5.2%, compared to a 4% annual average at the end of December 2017. In 2017, Somalia faced a severe drought and sporadic terrorist attacks. These developments hurt economic activity, particularly in the north of the country, in rural areas, and temporarily impacted the tax collection efforts of the federal government of Somalia.
South Africa is ranked highest among the 10 countries in the world most affected by white-collar crime. This is according to a report published by PricewaterhouseCoopers. This institution's biannual survey revealed that 77% of companies located in the country have been victims of economic crime over the past 2 years. Details in this report. South Africa has the highest reported rate of economic crime in the world. This is according to the latest Global Economic Crime and Fraud Survey. The survey, released on the 27th of February by PricewaterhouseCoopers, found that South Africa's rate of 77% was much higher than the global rate of 49%. The types of white-collar crimes in South Africa are indicative of the kind of corruption that has been a blight of the economy and damaged the country's reputation. Asset misappropriation was the most prevalent, followed by fraud committed by consumers and procurement fraud. It's exactly the kind of white-collar crime that is threatening to be the undoing of multinational group Steinhoff, in which unquestionable balance sheets revealed years of inflating the company's value. Africa as a whole painted a similar dire picture. Kenya, for example, followed South Africa with a reported rate of 75%. The latest report has seen a 36% year-on-year increase, but PricewaterhouseCoopers said it's likely due to the heightened awareness of these kinds of crimes. To learn more about this PricewaterhouseCoopers report, we are joined online by Godfrey Mahofa, a researcher economist. He's speaking to us from Cape Town in South Africa. Hello, Mr. Mahofa, and welcome to Business Africa.
It's an honor for the invitation.
The results of the survey conducted by PricewaterhouseCoopers in South Africa shows that 77% of companies have been victims of economic crime in the last 2 years. To what extent is this situation detrimental to the country's economic development?
South Africa has been suffering a lot from crime, and particularly economic crime. And it's a big problem for firms operating in the country. Most of these firms have been suffering from reduced productivity as a result of these high economic crime levels. And also, this will lead to reduction in business profitability. And it curtails this firm's expansion plan. Crime, it discourages the formation of businesses in other regions that are lagging because of high crime. Because firms are not willing to go and start their business in the regions they perceive to have a high crime level. And overall, this effect will have a knock-on effect on the overall economy because it will increase unemployment. Yes, fewer firms will not be able to expand those people who are not employed. And we are likely to see like a crime-induced poverty threat in South Africa.
The report also reveals that the country is nowadays a victim of excessive exploitation and plunder of state resources. This prompted the public prosecutor to request an investigation to be opened. What outcomes can we expect?
I don't believe anything will come out of this report because the state prosecutor is not like, of course they have resources, but they are not adequately capacitated enough to carry out investigation of all these cases that has been reported. So recently, the public prosecutor has actually been sort of trying to lobby the national treasury to increase its capacity for it to be able to carry out all these investigations. And in addition to this, the institutional arrangements that are there currently in the current, they are sort of manipulated politically so that I don't believe that at the moment there's something that can come with a positive outcome from this investigation.
You have also carried out various surveys on South African economic policies. What measures do you think President Ramaphosa should implement to put an end to corruption?
So I think the first thing the president has to do is, and his newly formed cabinet, is to accept that there is corruption in South Africa at the high level. So there is need for that acceptance as a starting point for them to deal with this issue. And related to this is that the appointment to different cabinet ministers, cabinet positions, should be on merit, not be on political ground. Secondly, it's more related to improving the institutional mechanisms that are meant to deal with the levels of corruption in the country. So if institutions and the rules within the country are strengthened to make sure that these rules are not bent to favor the politicians, it's also one of the ways they can sort of reduce or stop the increase in corruption. The other way is to improve transparency and accountability in government procurement issues.
Thank you, Godfrey Mahofa, for clarifying this issue. Just a reminder that he's a research economist from Cape Town in South Africa.
Okay, thank you for inviting me.
After the break, we'll go to Nigeria, which will now produce an additional 200,000 barrels of oil a day. I'll see you in a minute.